Okay, there's two types of stairs. The one is the stairs that using footstep atau anak tangga di sini ya. Footstep that using the bricklaying. Based on this drawing, this is the example of the stairs that commonly used for the house construction. They use the bricklaying as the footstep. But another one, there is a footstep that using the concrete, like what we see in the previous project yang kita kemarin ya, minggu lalu itu. In the last week, we already go to the project where the stairs using the concrete. What the difference? The difference is when you use the function of the stairs for the ordinary house, you can using the footstep from the bricklaying. Meanwhile, when you use the building, that there is a lot of people using those kind of building, you have to use footstep from concrete. And of course, if you use the concrete inside of this footstep, you must put some of reinforcement. In this drawing, if the contractor using the reinforcement, the position of the reinforcement will be like this one. Okay. This is the example if the footstep using the reinforcement. Okay. Is that clear, guys? Jadi gitu ya, kasusnya beda-beda. Jadi lihat saja Anda pakainya yang mana. Kalau rumah, saya sarankan Anda pakai bata saja. Lebih hemat ya. Ingat, beton dan baja itu adalah salah satu kontributor terbesar dalam biaya proyek ya. Okay, now since my example is using for the commonly building for house, I will use the bricklaying ya. Okay, this is the plan of the stairs. This is the first step, second step, third, 4, 5 ya, until the highest level elevation from our building. Plus 0.2 is the elevation based on the floor level in the first floor ya. Jadi kalau lantai 1 kan plus 0,0. Jadi ini adalah tangga dengan elevasi 0,2. Berarti berapa ketinggiannya ini? Anak tangganya?
20 cm.
20 cm, Pak.
20 cm ya. 20 cm di awal, kemudian dari gambar berikutnya from the next drawing, the elevation become 0.35. Berarti berapa senti itu?
15.
15. Okay. That's how actually you have to read the drawing. Okay. Why the elevation is different? Sometimes this is the way for the contractor or designer to make sure that the step until the elevation in the second floor is achievable atau bisa dicapai. Betul ya? Jadi itu adalah salah satu solusi untuk menyamarkan supaya langkahnya tuh pas sampai di lantai terakhir. Nah, that's actually how we plan the footstep for the stairs. And from this drawing, I have 3 sections. The first is A section over here that cut the section for desk. Kemudian B section will cut from the first layer of the stair, and the C section for the second layer of the stair. Let's go to the first section A. Yeah. Okay, this is the drawing of section A. Jadi bisa baca gambarnya ya. Jadi because this drawing is make section like this ya, ke sini ya, ingat ya panahnya ke sini, maka kita akan seolah-olah melihat dari arah sini. We will see from this point of view. Okay. Nah, this is the detail after we make a section for A section. Based on this drawing, we get the information also that this is the form of the reinforcement that we will use for this structure. Yeah. Oke. Clear enough? Ada yang ditanyakan dulu. Cara gambarnya tahu ya?
Iya, Pak.
Oke. Oke. Jadi ini adalah bordesnya itu nggak lurus ya, ada beda level. Oke, and then we go to the B section. Nah ini ya, section B itu yang ini. This is the section B. Okay. We will cut the stair in the cut section B, and we found that this is the structure of the stair. Ya, we have over here apa ini? Ini apa namanya?
Footplate, sir.
Nah, foundation ya, footplate foundation. Okay, but then the footplate foundation in this drawing will be like this ya. Ini menerus ya. It will be continuously. Ya, continue. Jadi memanjang seperti ini. It will okay. Okay, this is if I have to drawing in the 3D model. This is the how we see the drawing. Oke. Bisa baca maksud saya paham nggak sih? Paham nggak maksudnya?
Paham, Pak.
Paham ya. Oke. Jadi it will be straight to that point. Oke? Is that clear, guys? Nah, the first step that we have to do is we have to calculate first, section by section. Ya. Okay, let's focus on this point. I will cut from this point and just focusing on the foundation first. Let's we start to calculate the reinforcement for this one. First, we have to analyze from this drawing what kind of diameter from this reinforcement. Oke ya. Jadi kita akan ngitung fokus pada bagian foundation doang. Oke. Now, apa yang harus kita hitung pertama di sini? Tulangan yang mana?
Tulangan utamanya, Pak.
Yang utama. Boleh utama ini ya?
Ya.
Oke. Oke, kita ini nggak ada gambarnya. Saya lihat dulu. Oke ya. Oke, yang tulangan utama yang ini ya, yang berdiri nih.
Kalau yang bawah itu apa, Pak?
Oh, yang bawah
Yang
dulu. Oh
tulangan
iya,
bawah
boleh.
itu aja, Pak.
Yang bawah dulu aja maksudnya. Oke, yang bawah dulu ya. Oke. Kita hitungnya bagian bawah. We will calculate and focus on this one. We have diameter 10 over here. This is diameter 10. And the space between wah, ini tulangan bawahnya di sini. Oh, oke. Yang atas lebih pendek, yang bawah ini. Oh, ini nggak jelas nih gambarnya ini ya. Oke, we have some misinformation. We don't have any idea which what kind of diameter from this one. Okay, let's assume that we use the diameter 10 and the spacing is 150 ya. Kita pakai 150 aja. Oke ya. Oke, now we focus on this one. We focus on the reinforcement. Nah, ini ya. Oke. Oke, sekarang bagaimana cara ngitung satu panjang tulangan ini? Berapa hitungnya? Masih ingat kah?
2 kali 75 dikurangi cover, Pak.
Ya, dikurangi Cooper.
Cover, Pak.
Oh,
Cover.
Cover, Pak.
Oke, let's assume the cover is berapa kemarin biasanya? Kita pakai berapa?
2,5 per 3, Pak.
Oke, let's assume we use concrete cover 2.5 cm. This one is 2.5 cm. So we can assume that the length for this one berapa kalau yang di sini? Yang di atas? 75 kurangi 5 berapa?
70, Pak.
70. 70 over here. This is 70. This is also 70. Oke, sini berapa?
10, Pak. Itu tinggal 10, Pak.
Oke, ini 10 cm. Ini 10 cm
And
ya.
also.
Ini berapa? Hooknya berapa hooknya? Biasanya kita pakai berapa ya?
5, Pak. 5 kali
5, Pak.
diameter.
5 ya biasanya. Oke, we use 5 over here and we use 5 over here. Oke, berapa total panjangnya? Silakan dihitung ya, saya cepat carikan Excel-nya.
$170, Pak.
Berapa?
170, Pak.
170. Oke, Mbak. Sekarang range stair. Oke, I will make this is column number and then name, or you can make drawing for example ya. Boleh juga kalian pakai gambar di sini. Kemudian length itu gini, kemudian n atau number, yang total length. Oke, number 1, we can say the name is apa tadi? Kasih nama apa itu ya? Footplate. Square footplate 1 misalnya. We make name footplate 1, and perhaps you can make additional drawing. Okay, ya, over here you can make the sketch of the drawing ya. Jadi kalian bisa sketch di sini terserah ya. Kemudian length-nya tadi berapa? Total length
175, Pak.
170.
170, Pak.
170. Oke. The length is 1.7 meters. Ada yang belum tahu 1,7? Anyone still not understand where is 1.7 coming? No? Clear ya? Okay. We have length for footplate 1 is 1.7. And then what we do next?
Cari jumlahnya, Pak.
Yep, we will calculate how many stirrup with this kind of dimension. Oke, bagaimana cara lihatnya? How we can see those information? Okay, this is the continuous foundation, guys. So you have to see the drawing from gambar dari mana kita lihat. Nah, I will asking you. Oke, berapa panjangnya ini ke sini?
Ini
How
di
we
dena
get the
fondasi.
information?
Di potongan mungkin, Pak.
Potongan.
Di potongan? Ada nggak potongan?
Nah, ini juga bisa.
Nah, lewat sini aja bisa ini ya. We can see from this guys ya. Dari sini ya. Fondasinya ya sampai sini aja kan? Sampai 90 doang kan? Betul nggak?
Iya, Pak. Iya, Pak.
Nggak mungkin sampai 180 tuh. 180 kan di lantai 2 juga ya. Jadi
Iya,
panjangnya adalah
90.
90. Okay. So the length is 90 cm. Now I will asking to you, how many stirrup that we have to put on those part? Jadi berapa tulangan? Kalau jaraknya 90 cm, okay, spacingnya 15 cm. Berapa berarti?
90 dibagi 15, 6, Pak. 6 atau 7.
90 dibagi 15 plus 1. Masih ingat nggak itu?
Iya.
7, Pak.
Do you remember that? Okay. 15 is spacing ya guys. Meanwhile, we try to calculate the quantity of the stirrup. So you have to put additional 1 as the quantity. Okay, we find the quantity is 7. And then we can calculate by multiple 1.7 with 7. Okay, that's it. That's how we get the total length. Okay, diameter berapa nih tadi ya?
Diameter 10, Pak.
Diameter 10. Ya, diameter 10. Okay, clear enough? Any question? Okay, let's go to the second one. Footplate number. Okay, footplate number mana lagi? Oke, saya hapus dulu. Oke. Okay, guys. The next point in this one, we have to calculate the reinforcement on the top level and the bottom level. Yeah. Information for you. In the bottom level, the spacing is narrow, yeah, rather than in the top level. So we have to calculate based on our drawing here. Okay. From the bottom level, berapa panjangnya berarti? Okay, we lack of information from this drawing about the detail of the foundation for this stairs, ya. Jadi kita nggak ada informasi nih di sini. Tulangannya potongan memanjang di sini nih nggak ada nih. Jadi kita nggak tahu, so we don't understand. Apakah tulangannya itu ditekuk langsung ke atas, stirrup, atau bentuknya single, ya. Kalau single itu kayak gini ya. If the reinforcement is single, jadi bentuknya kayak gini, lurus doang. Nah, sampai tembus ke sini. Nah, ngerti ya maksudnya? Bingung kah?
Insya Allah, Pak. Ngerti, Pak.
Nggak bisa ya? Oke. Let's assume that from this drawing, kita pakai yang lurus aja. Ya. Lurus aja. Oke. If the total length over here is 90 centimeters, I will asking to you, how long actually this one? Panjangnya ini berapa nih tulangannya di sini? Ya.
85, Pak. 80.
80 ya. 80 because we have to decrease with the total of spacing. Meanwhile, we have also hook over here. Let's assume this is 5 centimeter. This is 5 centimeter. So the length is 90 centimeters. Okay. I call this as footplate 2 ya. Footplate
mungkin
2.
Mungkin itunya 85, Pak. Soalnya dikurangi 2,5.
Oh, betul. Sorry ya. 85 ya. Sorry, koreksi ya. Oke, thank you. 85 ya. Because we have to decreasing the concrete cover over here and over here. 5 cm and 5 cm. Jadi totalnya, 95 ya. Oke, footplate. Ini kita billingnya aja nih. Sorry ya, ini saya bilang stirrup aja ya. Footplate stirrup, and footplate bottom. Gini ya, bawah itu gini ya?
Iya, Pak.
Iya, Pak.
Bottom level, oke. Bottom level tadi diameter 10, kemudian the length is
95.
0.895. Nah, the quantity bagaimana cara ngitungnya?
75 divided by 10.
10.
Iya.
Dari mana tadi? 75.
Iya.
75 kan harusnya dikurangi covernya dong.
Iya.
Ya.
Begitu yang sebelumnya juga 90 dikurangi cover dong, Pak.
Oh, yang tadi itu ya? Oh iya, covernya nggak kita hitung. Ya udah, kalau Pak asumsi gitu aja ya, 75 langsung aja ya. Oke, nggak apa-apa. Mending kelebihan daripada kurang ya. Oke. So, the calculation will be 75 divided with 10 centimeters plus
tambah
1. 8.5, kita bisa bulatkan saja. Round up. Tahu ya round up?
Iya, Pak.
Pernah tahu rumus ini? Round up berapa digit?
0.
Ya. Kalau 0 itu pembulatannya langsung ke atas sekali. And then we can multiple again. This one. Okay. 8.555. Remember, this is in meters notation. We do the same way for top level. Diameter 10, same. The length should be same. The quantity will be different. Yeah. The quantity, we have to simply change the spacing, 15, and the quantity is 6. The equation is same. Okay. Okay. And then next, mana lagi?
Tulangan utama yang baik.
Tulangan utama yang ini. Oke. Nah, sekarang kita harus tahu dulu. Di sini ini nanti ada tulangan terus menerus ya. Di samping sini ya, terus di sini ada lagi ya kan. Nah, you have to understand the spacing between one and another. Ini jaraknya berapa nih antar tulangan ini ya. Nah, the problem is this drawing is not detail on giving those information ya. Jadi kita make our assumption, boleh kah? Boleh ya, pakai asumsi kita sendiri ya.
Ya, Bapak.
Okay, let's make our own assumption. For example, okay, I will cut until this point, and for this reinforcement, I will make the diameter 10, for example ya. And then the spacing I use 20 lah, 200. Oke, boleh nggak? Boleh ya. Saya ngawur aja, pakai 20. Oke. And then, what we have to do next? The foot plate over here, foot foundation over here, itu kan panjangnya dari sini ke sini kan? Betul nggak? Oke. Like this one ya. Oke. I will asking to you, ini tingginya berapa berarti dari sini ke sini?
70,73. Enggak.
73. Dari mana?
Ini Pak, tingginya saja. Untuk yang horizontalnya itu 75 dikurangi sama
75 kah?
Itu tingginya kan 70,73 Pak.
Oh, lihat yang ini.
Iya. Apa
Oh,
yang
bukan.
80?
Saya fokus yang ini dulu, Mbak. Yang 80 dong.
80.
Ini kan 80 dong. Ini 80.
Iya.
Ini 80, 80 until this point. And we have to put additional 15 over here ya. Oke, let's assume 80 plus ini kasihlah concrete cover misalnya 2,5 lah ya. Atau 3. Ya, kita bulatin aja 3. 80 plus 12 ya. Berapa? 80 plus 12 itu 92. Oke. 92 from this one until this point. Kemudian and then we calculate also from this one. Berapa di sini? Ini kan 75 tuh.
Sekitar 22,5 Pak.
Berapa? 25.
22,5.
Dari mana 22,5?
Itu konkretnya tadi kan 20 cm.
Oh iya 20 cm
Tengahnya
betul.
itu. Nah, kalau
Tengahnya
75 dikurangi 20 kan masih 55 dibagi 2
ya.
gitu aja tuh.
Oh 225. Ya boleh. Kita pakai 20 ya. Assume ya. Kan 22,5 kan kurangi complete cover ya. Oke. Let's assume this is 20 cm and this one is 5 cm. Oke. Jadi total lengthnya berapa? 92 tambah 25.
117.
Oke. 117. Diameter 10. Ini disebut apa nih? Ya dia.
Tulangan utama, Pak.
Enaknya apa nih? Main reinforcement 1. Ya. Main reinforcement 1, kita kasih nama main reinforcement 1. Kemudian the quantity, bagaimana cara ngitungnya? Sama ya?
90 dibagi 20.
90. Oke, divided by 20 plus 1. Nah, ini round up dulu nih kayak ini. Apa namanya? Ini C. 90 divided by 20. Oke, ya 6. Oke guys, sudah paham? Yang sampingnya berapa tadi? Main reinforcement 2. Panjangnya berarti berapa? Ini kita ubah aja ya. Yang ini kita coret menjadi 70,73. Ya, anggaplah 71 lah. Supaya gampang. 71, and then we summarize with 25. Ya. 71 tambah 25 berapa?
96.
Oke, 96. Oke, 0.96. The quantity, same. Ya. This is the calculation. Oke, next. Stirrup for foot plate. Ini ada stirupnya nih. Oke, we have stirrup over here. Panjang stirupnya berapa berarti?
15.
Ini kan tulangan utamanya menerus gini ya, guys.
Iya, Pak.
Pasti stirupnya ya menerus gini kan. Mengelilingi dia ya. Understand ya? Paham ya?
Paham,
Oke,
Pak.
paham ya. Oke. Now, sekarang panjangnya berapa tuh? Ini tadi berapa nih? Ini tebalnya berapa tadi?
15.
Tadi diambil 20, Pak.
Tadi diambil 20. Tebal banget 20 ya.
5 kan belum konkret. Ya 15 kan ada konkret cover.
Oh gitu. Ya udah. Anggap 15 aja lah ya. Jadi kalau saya potong di sini ini 15, this is 15 and this is 90. Bisa paham maksud saya nggak? Ini tanpa atas nih.
Pak.
Tanpa atas ini nih. Ini saya potong ke bawah ke sini. You can imagine guys. Or should I use SketchUp? Saya gunakan SketchUp aja ya. Ini 15, ini 90. Kemudian SketchUp ini. So we okay. We will make the reinforcement on this one. Ini kebayang nggak? Ada yang bingung nggak maksud saya? Oke. Nggak bisa SketchUp-nya. Ini. Oke. Okay, guys, I will make a 3D modeling for the food foundation. Food foundation. Oke. Model info. Kemudian I will change the unit of measurement. And then, oke. Jadi ukurannya berapa nih? 90 kali 75 ya?
90 kali 75, Pak.
Oke. Ada yang bisa pakai SketchUp? Nggak ada yang bisa. 90, oke. Push, tebalnya 15 cm. Okay, this is the example of the foot plate. And then, based on this drawing, okay, let us show this is 15 cm. I will take the line over here, 7.5. Sorry. Oke ya. Oke, paham nggak, guys? Do you understand this drawing, guys?
Pak.
Paham ya, oke. This is the example of... Oh, sorry, ini jelek banget nih. Oh, salah arah. Oke, okay. I will make the stairs over here. Okay. Okay, yeah. Now, inside of this one, of course, we have the reinforcement that surrounding this point. Yeah, we call it stirrup. All right. So if I have to make the section of this drawing, I will make a section. Yeah. Section plane. Kemudian please. Okay. Okay, let me show you. Okay, this is the example of the section. Nah, guys, ini ya. Kebayang nggak maksud saya? So this is 90 cm and this is 15 centimeters, guys. Okay, clear enough?
Iya, Pak.
Clear enough. Okay. We have stirrup over here. Okay, and there is a lot of main reinforcement over here. Okay, and based on the drawing that we got from this one, we get the information that the spacing is 150 ya. Oke, loh kok hilang? Oke ya. Jadi ini this drawing we use diameter 6 with the spacing it was 150. Alright? No question? No ya. Oke. So, kalau gitu berapa panjangnya stirrup? How long the stirrup?
190.
100?
90.
Sudah sama hooknya belum itu?
Oh, belum, Pak.
Belum.
Sama hook berapa?
190. Hooknya 2 berarti ya, Pak?
Ya, hooknya 2.
Jadi 200.
200, Pak.
Oke, 200. Oke. The calculation is stirrup. Stirrup ya. using 10 millimeters and then 2 meters. Okay, the question next, how many stirrup that we have to put on that construction? Bagaimana cara lihatnya? Dari sini aja ya, 70,73 ya, antara 71 lah. Oke, 71 or 70 that's okay. 70 juga oke. Jadi kita hitung saja. Round up. Oke, round up. We have 70 for height. Kemudian spacingnya berapa tadi?
50.
15 ya?
15.
Oke, 15 ini ya. 70 dari sini, spacingnya itu adalah ini. Oh, sorry, ini diameternya 6. Oke, we use 6, diameter 6 over here. Oke, any question sampai sini? Saya rasa sudah selesai semua ini ya. Sampai footplate saja. Oke, remember, this calculation is only concerned on the footplate only, guys. Yeah, this is only for foot plate foundation. Okay, this is only for foot plate foundation. Okay, let's stop until this one. Kemudian we have to calculate the weight for each komponen. Bagaimana caranya? Pakai apa kemarin?
Cari volume. Cari volumenya dulu, terus
boleh ya. Jadi caranya cari volume tulangan kalikan berat jenis ya. We can find the weight by calculate the volume of the rebar and we multiple with the density of rebar or the iron. But we have another option where we can doing fastly, more fast atau lebih cepat ya, dengan cara we directly see the weight for each meter for diameter 10 ya. So you can go to the Google and find the weight of the reinforcement ya. Okay guys. This is the okay. Based on this table, I can understand and I get the information for each meter of rebar ya. For example, in my calculation, I using diameter 6 plane and the weight is 0.22. So I can directly use the weight for diameter 6 over here is 0.22. Is that clear, guys? Paham nggak ini maksudnya? Ini satuannya kilogram per meter. And then we can do the same way for diameter 10. Yeah. Diameter 10 from this table have the weight is 0.62. Yeah. We can put over here 0.62. Okay. And then we get weight by multiple between the total length and also weight each meter. Okay, that's it. We get total weight for the foundation. Kilogram. Oke guys, ada yang ditanyakan sampai di sini?
Pak mau tanya.
Monggo.
Untuk tahu kita pakai polos atau ulirnya dari mana ya Pak? Kalau misalnya di gambar nggak ada tulisannya.
Oke. The question is how we can understand between plane and also stirrup. Ya, we can see directly from the notation over here. Ini notation for plane. Ya. Jadi ini pakai polos semua tuh, kira-kira kayak gitu. If the notation is using D, ya, diameter 10 misalnya. Nah, ini baru pakai ulir, ya. Ngerti Mas ya?
Oke Pak, iya Pak.
Oke. Dan saya rasa, and I think, if you want to build a house and only 2 floors, is commonly using plain rebar. Compare ya, dan menggunakan deform itu terlalu boros, kemahalan ya. Oke. Ada lagi?
Terima kasih.
Another question? No question. Okay. If there is no question, let's go to the next part of the foundation. We will calculate the reinforcement for the slab. Ya. Slab itu adalah plat. Ingat, ini disebut juga plat ya. Stairs ini adalah plat juga. Karena apa? Dia itu plat cuman miring bentuknya. This is plate but with the direction that have angle, punya sudut. Jadi cara ngitungnya bagaimana? Cara ngitungnya sama saja ya. When you want to calculate the reinforcement over here, the way is same like plate ya. Okay, first what you have to do is find out the spacing between one reinforcement and another reinforcement. Okay, based on this drawing, we get the information that spacing for this and this is 15 centimeters. Same with the bottom level, 15 centimeters. Ini paham ya cara bacanya? Tahu ya kenapa dapat 15 cm? Dapat dari sini ya. Oke, diameternya 10. Oke. Now, kita hitung dulu aja yang ini ya, yang titik-titik ini kita hitung aja dulu jumlahnya berapa. Oke, bagaimana caranya? Panjangnya berapa nih tulangannya nih? Okay guys, when I have to make the drawing over here, so I can say to you that the reinforcement will be in this position. Okay guys, this is the example I using. Ini adalah contohnya rebar ini ya. Ini kita asumsikan rebar atau tulangan. Okay, the position of the rebar will be on this one ya. Nggak kelihatan ya rebarnya. Anggaplah di situ ya, dalamnya sini ya. Okay, this is rebar, and we must also put another rebar on the bottom level. Nah, kayak gini nih ceritanya nih. Oke, jelas kah? Tapi memanjang ke sana ya.
Jelas, Pak.
Jadi panjangnya berapa nih panjangnya?
90. Kalau nggak dikurangi.
90. Anggaplah 90 sudah ditekuk ya. Oke. So we can conclude that the length is 90 cm, 0.9. Kemudian the quantity Suara siapa itu? 0,9, kemudian panjang jumlahnya berapa? Kuantitinya?
Untuk panjangnya berapa ya, Pak?
Itu pakai
Panjangnya, oh iya.
ya, Pak?
Dari mana? Dari sini ya. 30,1. Ya. 3 meter 1 ya. Jadi from this point until this one, nah, kita akan hitung spacingnya adalah 15. Jadi caranya adalah
302 dibagi 15.
round up. Berapa dibagi berapa ini?
302 dibagi 15, Pak.
301 divided with 15 because the spacing is 15 plus 1 ya. 0,0 ya. Number of digit. Okay, we need 22 only for the top layer. Meanwhile, the bottom level will be the same. Bottom layer. Ngerti nggak guys sampai sini guys? Gampang ya?
Cukup paham.
Gampang ya, oke ya. Oke, itu yang melintang saja. Yang memanjang berapa dong? Yang memanjang berapa? Yang memanjang ini ya. Nah, yang panjang ini set. Nah, ini. For this one, we will use the calculation like the previous one. Ini kan ada tuh tadi jumlahnya. Jumlahnya ada berapa tadi? Nah, ini ya. Main reinforcement tadi, jumlahnya itu ada 6. Ya. We have 6 of the quantity for the main rebar. Oke. And panjangnya berapa tuh main reinforcement-nya?
301.
Nah, 301 ya, atau 302 lah boleh. 302. Nah, 302 cuman 2 kali atas bawah ya. Nah, gitu ya. Ngerti ya caranya ya? Main reinforcement top layer lah misalnya ya. Kemudian jumlahnya 6, panjangnya tadi apa? 3,02. Oke. We do the same for the main reinforcement in the bottom layer. And the total length, let's make same ya. Oke, selesai sudah ya. Kalikan saja nih. Ini pakai diameter berapa tadi? 10 ya. Kalau diameter 10 beratnya itu 0,62 per meter. For each meter, for diameter 10, the weight is 0.62. Okay. And then we just have to multiple between the total length and also the weight. Enter. And we do the same calculation for all the part. Oh, sorry, ini 0,2 semua ini ya. Okay. And then we just have to summarize the total of weight of the reinforcement. Oke guys, sudah pahamkah? Ada yang ditanyakan? Saya rasa sampai situ ya. Jadi yang atas gimana? Sama, caranya sama saja. Ya, caranya sudah sama. Ini kamu hitung aja ini tekuannya berapa panjangnya, ini tekuannya berapa panjangnya, jumlahnya berapa banyak ke sana. Nah, itu ya. That's how actually you calculate the reinforcement for the stair. You have to do the same way to calculate for the reinforcement in the second layer of the stair. Ya, Anda bisa lanjutkan hitung yang ada di sini. Or when you are very boring to calculate detail, aduh ini berapa ya enaknya nih? Udah, kalian pakai angka yang sama dengan yang ini. Bisa juga dengan kayak gitu caranya ya, dikalikan 2 gitu. Bisa juga dengan kayak gitu. Ya, if you are boring to calculate very detail, you can simply using your previous calculation over here from this part and use those weight. For example, we find 77 kilogram. You use the kilogram for this part same like before. Itu juga bisa juga caranya kayak gitu. Okay, is that clear, guys? Any question? Anda lanjutkan sendiri ya. I will share this calculation in Google Class later on. Yeah. Oke. Ada yang ditanyakan dulu? Ada yang punya masalah, kendala?
Kalau misal di gambarnya nggak ada itu Pak, diameternya apa kita bikin terserah Pak?
Bikin sendiri aja. Sebenarnya pakai diameter ya 10 bisa. Kalau saya harus mendesain tangga ini sendiri ya, if I have to design by myself these stairs, saya akan pakai diameter yang ini yang panjang. Itu pakai diameter 10, Mas. Kemudian yang melintang ini saya pakai diameter yang kecil-kecil aja, diameter 8 atau diameter 6. Dah itu kalau saya ya.
Baik, Pak.
Jadi asumsikan sendiri aja, Mas.
Terima kasih.
Sudah kuat. Okay, another question. It will be very complicated, guys, for the reinforcement, yeah. But basically, all the calculation of the reinforcement is almost the same, yeah. The principle is you have to calculate how many bar or section of the bar, and you have to calculate the quantity of the same bar, yeah. And you just have to multiply between the length for this section and the total of the quantity of the bar. And then you just have to multiply with the weight for each meter for those reinforcement. That's all same ya. Kira-kira sama semua, caranya kayak gitu. Untuk reinforcement. Oke. Okay. Kalau backcasting sudah tahu ya cara ngitungnya. Hitung luas alasnya saja, alas miringnya. Okay. Another question, guys. Okay, we still have 20 minutes. I will explain about the cost estimate. Ya. Saya sudah pernah. Yes.
Yes, Pak. I have missing about ring bulk reinforcement. Also,
Ring out.
Ring bulk.
Oh, ring bulk. Okay.
How to calculate the concrete and the reinforcement for this one?
Okay, ring bulk. Do you know position of ring bulk, Abdul Rahman?
What you said before, I remember that it's that one. It's above the door.
Above the door, yes. Do you have the drawing from your project?
No.
Oh no. Okay, let me share the example. You asking about how to calculate itu ya? How to calculate ring bulk? Yes. Okay, ring bulk basically the position is in the top of. Okay, I will use whiteboard. Okay, do you see whiteboard, guys? Okay. Okay, if I have a door over here, guys, and okay, we have door, and Okay, let's assume that this is the wall, guys. This is the wall, and the wall until this one. Okay, let's assume this is a door. Sorry, ini I have to erase this one. Okay. Okay, let's assume I have the part of wall. Yeah. For example, the height of the wall is 3.5 meters, and my room here is 4 meters. Okay, this is a door. Yeah, this is door, and the door have height approximately 2 meters, and the width lebarnya pintu berapa biasanya, guys? Do you know the width of the door? Berapa?
80 cm.
Kekecilan, Mas. 90 ya. Kalau kamar itu pakai 90. 90 cm. Oke, ring bulk atau balok latai. Ring bulk itu di atas ya. Balok latai or beam, latai beam itu the position is on the top level of the door ya, di sini ya. Oke. This is the position of balok latai, guys. Abdul Rahman, do you know that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is balok latai. If I have to make a section atau membuat potongan, it will be same like a beam, ya. They have reinforcement over here. For example, this one, ya. Okay. Let's assume this is using the 8 diameter, and I tie with the stirrup, and the diameter is 6. With the spacing is 10 centimeter, for example. Okay, I have 4 diameter 8 over here. Now, how to calculate? You just have to simply measure the total length. Okay, let's assume that the total length is 1 meter. Yeah, for the reinforcement. Since you have 4 main reinforcement from this balok latai, you just have to multiply between 4 and 1, and you will find the total is 4 meter. Remember, 4 meter is for 8 diameter of reinforcement. 8 diameter of reinforcement based on the table have the weight 0.4, and then what you have to do, you have to put the weight of the reinforcement 0.4 kilogram per each meter with 4, you will find 1.6 kilogram. Okay, Abdul Rahman. And then you have to calculate the stirrup and find how many stirrup that you need for each balok latai in the top of the door. And then, for example, you find that the weight is 1 kilogram, for example. Yeah. So the total weight for one balok latai is 2.6 kilogram. Okay, Abdul Rahman, is that clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay, 2.6 kilogram means this is the reinforcement for one door. Okay, you just have to see your plan and find out how many doors that exist in your plan. And then you just have to multiply 2.6 with the number of the door. That's it. You can find the weight for all the balok latai. Is that clear?
Clear.
Okay.
It's same, yeah?
What?
For the windows.
Oh, you have to do the same way for the windows. For example, I have the windows over here. Balok latai, remember, you have to make extra length, yeah, extra length. If the window wide until this point, you must make more extension for the beam, yeah. For example, let's take 15 centimeters or 10 centimeters. In my drawing in this door, I using expand 10 centimeter. That's fine. Yeah, as long as it's not price 90 centimeter. Yeah, you just have to make overlap over here. Okay, that's clear, Abdul Rahman.
Okay, sir, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. The function of balok latai, guys, to sustain the loading of the brick. Remember, in the top of this balok latai, we have brick. If you're not using this structure, it will be easy for the brick in the top level will be going down ya, atau jatuh lah ya. Nah, kayak gitu. Okay, another question. Okay, if there is no question, I have 15 minutes. Saya udah pernah jelasin AHSP belum?
Belum sepertinya, Pak.
Apa? Belum?
Sepertinya belum, Pak.
Oh, belum ya? Oke, guys. Ini sudah share screen belum?
Belum, Pak.
Ini ngilangin whiteboard ini gimana ya?
Di pojok sepertinya ada.
Sudah ketemu. Okay, guys, the component of the cost estimation is basically we have number, job description, and volume. Okay. We spend a lot of our time from the week 2 or week 3, I forget, until now to calculate volume. Oke, betul nggak? Kita tuh habis banyak itu emang hitung di sini volume. Or we spend a lot of our time to calculate the BOQ or bill of quantity. That the position is over here, guys. Ya, yang posisinya itu di sini. Okay, why? Because that actually the most difficult one when you want to doing the cost estimation. You have to understand the drawing. You have to understand how to read the drawing. That's the problem. If you're not able to read the drawing, you will never can calculate the cost estimation. Especially, you will never can find the quantity of the work. Okay. Now, after you find the quantity of the work, the next one is you have to multiply this volume with the unit cost for each quantity of the work. In this example, I have the work of earthwork. For example, let's see this one. This item of work, I can say this is the soil excavation. Okay. Soil excavation. Okay, I will take the example of this one. Soil excavation, based on my calculation, I get 1.08 cubic meters. Remember, this is what we do until this week. We calculate the quantity. And then what you have to do next is find the unit cost for each cubic meter soil excavation. Okay. This price, and then we multiply with the quantity of or the volume of the soil excavation, and then you find the final cost for this work. You do the same way until all the job description get the unit price and you get the price, total price. And then you just have to summarize. For example, in the preparation work, I will summarize and I get the calculation is 7.5 million. Okay, I do the same for the soil excavation. I get 615 million, and I do the same for all the item of work until I get the total cost. Ya, total cost-nya adalah penjumlahan dari seluruh item yang sudah dikalikan tadi. And I found that the cost estimation based on my project is 1.4 billion rupiah. Okay, is that clear, guys? Caranya gampang kan sebenarnya. Cuma mengalihkan volume dengan unit cost. Okay. The problem is how you can find the unit cost. Yeah. Okay. If I have to go to the analysis, I think I already explained this in the previous explanation di pertemuan kedua atau ketiga ya. But that's okay. I will explain it again. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. This is the example of cost unit analysis atau analisa harga satuan pekerjaan. In English, I can say this is cost unit cost analysis. Okay, this is the example of unit cost analysis. I have worker, I have mandor or foreman. Yeah, this is worker, and this is foreman. Okay, apa ini? And then I have 0.75 and 0.025. Apa ini? Nah, saya jelaskan di kayaknya. What is it, guys?
Itu koefisien per jam.
Koefisien ya. Koefisien or index. Okay. I already explained this in praktek bata ya kalau nggak salah dulu itu ya. Pernah kan? Pernah ya. Praktek bata ya. Jadi 0,75 itu dapat dari mana? Sudah tahu kan?
1 dibagi luasan pekerjaan yang sanggup.
Jadi gini ya, 1 dibagi 0.75, I get the productivity. Jadi ini maksudnya ya. Oke. Coefficient coming from the productivity, guys. Ya. First thing, when you want to make index over here, you have to find out the productivity for one man or for a worker. Based on the analysis or the pengamatan, ya, we can find that one worker in one day able to doing the excavation for 1.3 cubic meters of soil. Is that clear, guys? Jadi satu orang itu asumsinya satu hari bisa menggali 1,33 meter kubik. Day here mean 7 hours of work. Ya, one day is 7 hours of work. Guys. Jadi diasumsikan satu worker itu bisa menggali sebanyak ini. Nah, if you want to using the index, you just have to simply use 1 dibagi 1,33. Nah, ini ya, dapat 0,75. Oke, ngerti caranya ya? Jadi kalau, Pak, saya nggak dapat indeksnya nanti dari mana? Ya sudah, kalau di indeks di SNI itu nggak ada, kamu harus ngamati orang itu kerja, lihat dia dapat berapa dalam satu hari, dan cari indeksnya sendiri. Ya. If you cannot find the index from Standard of Indonesia, what you have to do is you have to see people working those kind of item of work, and you just have to find the productivity, and then you just have to divide it one with the productivity. That is actually the index. Okay, and then we have the unit of measurement over here. OH means orang hari. Or in English we can say this is man in a day. Yeah. This is OH or man in a day, and this is the salary or salary for a worker for one day work. Ya, jadi satu hari itu bayarnya 77.000. And then I just have to multiple between 0.75 and 77,000, and I get the 47,000 rupiah. Jelas ya sampai sini ya. Jadi HSP itu adalah perkalian dari koefisien dikali dengan harga upah per workernya berapa. Okay, I get this number. I do the same for the foreman, and I just have to summarize all the total for the worker. Okay, so the unit cost is 60,000 rupiah. And then we're doing another calculation with add or input overhead and profit. This is actually how the contractor get the profit. Jadi ini ada 15% dari total harga yang ini, yaitu 9.000. Kemudian harga satuan pekerjaan or the unit cost price adalah penjumlahan dari ini ditambah dengan ini, ya, dengan overhead and profit. So we get 97,000 rupiah. Okay, this number that we put on the cost analysis atau RAB kita masukkan ke sini dan kita kalikan antara volume dengan unit cost kita tadi. Oke, cukup jelas sampai sini. Is that clear, guys?
Jelas, Pak.
Oke, jelas ya. Oke. Jadi itulah caranya ngitung RAB. The next step that you have to do is summarize all the total for the building itu berapa banyak harganya. Nah, itulah. Di sanalah RAB dari yang kita cari. That's actually the cost estimate that we are looking for. Oke, ada pertanyaan dulu sampai sini. Kemudian, ini pertanyaan dari mahasiswa nih, yang pasti akan kalian alami. Kemudian saya tahu hitungan saya benar atau enggak itu dari mana? Betul nggak? Nah, this is the problem when I become a student like you. I already calculate all the costs. I already calculate all the quantity, and I get the number. Yeah. For example, yeah, I built a house with area of the house is, for example, 40 square meter. Yeah. I get example, guys. Ya, ini example aja. Okay. This is the example. Ini ilmu lapangan ya. Ini ilmu lapangan. Maksud saya itu Anda nggak akan dapatkan kalau di kuliah beneran ya. Ini ilmu lapangan. I have project with the area of the house is 40 square meter. Oke, guys. Paham ya sampai sini ya? Tahu nggak cara ngitung luasan bangunan itu? Mbak Cinta, Mas Egi, pernah nggak ngitung luas bangunan rumah itu dari mana?
Panjang kali lebar biasa. Oh, gimana?
Oh, nggak bisa. Jadi gini ya, ngitung luas rumah itu ya dari ruanganmu. Misalnya kamu kamarnya ada 2. For example, kamu punya kamar 2, masing-masing kamar itu 3x3. 3x3 berarti kan 9 meter persegi tuh. Karena ada 2 kamar berarti 18 meter persegi. Nah, ngerti cara nih Mas ya?
Iya, satu-satu.
Satu-satu. Per ruangan kamu kalikan dulu. Ya. Itu cara mendapatkan area ya. If you want to buy a house from the developer, mereka itu kadang punya notation. 40 garis miring 100. Apa itu maksudnya? Pernah dengar nggak ini?
Belum, Pak.
Oh, belum pernah. Oke. I will explain ya. Ini adalah gambaran dari seorang developer property. If you find 40 strip 100, it means that 40 itu adalah area dari bangunannya. Kemudian 100 itu adalah area of
tanahnya, Pak.
Ya, the line, tanahnya ya. Oke, ngerti ya sampai sini ya. Oke, jelas ya. Jadi developer itu menjual rumah itu tanya, tipe berapa? Tipe 40. Artinya apa? Bangunannya itu luasnya 40 meter persegi. Tipe 36. Apa maksudnya tipe 36? Luasan bangunannya itu luasannya itu 36. Nah, itu maksudnya. Ngerti ya? Kalau misalnya ada, if there is any case, I have 150 and 100. Nah, ini maksudnya apa nih berarti ini?
Ikut tanahnya orang 150, Pak.
Atau lantai 2, Pak.
Lantai 2, Pak.
Jadi bangunan itu kan lantai 1, lantai 2 dihitung juga. Nah, ngerti Mas ya? 150 itu still the area of building ya. Itu tetap area building. Ngerti ya? Jadi gitu. Ngerti Mas ya? Oke, sekarang cara ngitungnya adalah hitung aja luas ruanganmu itu totalnya berapa. Atau bisa juga you can directly see your area or your type of house by directly see how many quantity of floor that you install in the house. Jadi luasan keramik itu sudah menunjukkan luasan tipe bangunan. Oke ya. Oke, for example, after I make a calculation with the area of building is 40 square meters, I get the number of the cost is 100 and for example 175,000 million. 175 juta. Oke ya. Oke. Paham sampai sini ya? Jadi you calculate all the quantity and you find the cost estimate, the final cost estimate, for example ini 1,4 itu adalah 1,175 juta. And what you have to do next is you have to divide it between this price and the area of the house. Yeah. And I got number is 4 million. Nah, sekarang pertanyaan saya. 4 juta per meter persegi itu murah atau mahal? My question is 4.3 million. It is cheap or expensive?
I think it's cheap.
You think it's cheap?
Yes.
Another?
Cheap.
Cheap. Okay. No, this is very expensive. Okay, guys. Let me share you my experience when I have to build a house. Yeah. When you want to build a house, simply house, okay, you doing your own work, kamu kerja sendiri, you not hire the contractor, for example, you construct by yourself, you monitoring the worker by yourself. Approximately each square meter will spend this one. Okay, guys, ya. Jadi per meter persegi kalau di Malang nih ya, kalau mau bangun sendiri, mau jadi kontraktornya. Kamu ngeluarin bahan, ngeluarin pekerja, itu per meter persegi itu cukup 2.500.000. Ya. So the ideal price if you want to build a house, 2.5 million multiple with 40, so you should only spend 100 million to build this house. Ya. If you do by yourself, you monitoring by yourself, guys. Kamu yang bangun sendiri, kamu cari tukang sendiri. But if you being a contractor that want to memborong atau construct another people house, perhaps you can add more expensive. For example, 2.800.000. Sorry. Oke. Jadi kalian tawar aja 112 juta. Oke ya? Paham maksud saya ya? And based on my experience, if you want to build a house with a type of 40, it just spend 3 months, ya, hanya butuh 3 bulan. Jadi 3 bulan kalian bangun, habisnya itu cuma 112 juta kalau kalian jadi kontraktor. Approximately you will get the profit 12 million in 3 months or more, atau lebih juga bisa. Oke, guys. Jadi this is the criteria ya. 2.800.000 menurut saya itu sudah oke ya. Nah, ada nggak yang lain? Ada ya. Ini adalah tipe sederhana. This is the standard one. Ya. If you want to build a house that more fancy or more luxury, the standard will be increasing. For example, 3 juta sampai 3.500.000. Sampai 3.500.000 ya. Paham ya? Ini a little bit premium. Premium ya. Premium. Okay. How you understand those house is premium or not? You can see from the specification. For example, kamu pakai you using the granite tile ya. Granite itu mahal sekali guys. Kalau ori atau original itu mahal sekali. But if you not using the granite itu akan lebih murah. Ya. Kalau Anda pernah berjalan-jalan ke perumahan Araya, if you go to the Araya atau ini ya, sometimes they are using the very premium luxury house. You can add more than that. Ya. For example, you can put 4 million for each square meter for the building. Ya, for the construction. Ya, jadi cara ngeceknya gimana? Cari hargamu berapa banyak, kemudian bagi dengan luasan bangunan, You just have to find the total cost for your construction, and you have to divide it with the area. And if the price is based on this standard, I think that's still normal. Ya, hitunganmu sudah benar. But if your calculation is lower than 2.8, or perhaps you find, for example, okay, and you only find lower than 2 million, I think you should you also make a mistake in your calculation. Ya, paham maksud saya nggak? Okay. Another question. Biasanya 1875 ini untuk rumah apa? Ini adalah rumah ini, RSS, ya, rumah sangat sederhana, ya, atau rumah subsidi. Nah, kalau rumah subsidi itu oke lah, di bawah 2 juta. Bahkan rumah subsidi itu ya, tipe 36 itu habisnya cuma 55 juta. Habisnya itu cuma 55 juta. Bahan sama upahnya. Ya, ini adalah harga membangun rumah tipe 36, tipe sederhana atau rumah subsidi. Okay, so when you want to understand whether or not your calculation is right or not, you just have to see this whether your house is standard, premium, or luxury. That's it. Okay, I think it's already 9:30. Any question, guys, before I end this meeting? Yeah, monggo.
Yeah, like if you find your calculation is not in rhyme with the standard, how to correct it?
Okay, how to correct it? I will find. This is experience, guys. Yeah, I'm sure you are not able to see by yourself, but if you already get those numbers, you can assist me. You can ask me which part that from my calculation that's wrong. I know that. Okay. That's coming from the experience, Abraham.
All right. Thank you.
That's coming from the experience. Okay, another question?
Pak.
Ya.
Saya belum absen tadi, Pak.
Oh, oke, siap.
Terima kasih, Pak.
Oke. Oke. Absen 11 ya. No question? Ada kuliah lagi ya di sini ya?
Iya, kuis, Pak.
Iya, di sini kuis, Pak.
Ya udah, itu saja ya mungkin ya. Terima kasih. Kuliah kita sampai di sini saja. I think that's all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.